take time to come to you directly and to speak to you one-on-one. At the end of the day, we are focused on youth development and development in general. And when we look at our grounds and our sport facilities, those are also part and parcel of our development. Apart from everything that we do in the classroom, what we do in the field also help to ground our people as a nation together. And as you know, when you listen to the President's speech, he talked about a one Guyana. This is part of pushing that drive, where residents can come out, interact, compete against each other, laugh, have fun. It's all part of your development drive. And I want you to understand that this is not an initiative that will only last for a year or two. This is what the PVP administration is going to deliver to you. Apart from that, in terms of youth development, grounds like these are where stars are born. If you look across the world and see athletes who would have made it to the top, this is where they would have started, small grounds like these. And that is why we have to come to the communities to ensure that the facilities are right for you to be able to exercise, compete, and those of you who have the potential to make it to the next level, this is where the talent is developed. So we want to be able to come to you, give you the resources so that you can enjoy a healthy lifestyle, because that is what we're trying to do for you, the people of Guyana. And under the leadership of President IRFAAN, you will get the type of delivery in terms of service that you need to ensure that you can be a good citizen for one Guyana. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Todd. And it's usually said that we save the best for last. So, without any further ado, I'd like to welcome once again His Excellency, the President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, Dr. Mohammed IRFAAN.
I agree with our peer that the best definitely speak last. That is why you people, you are the best, you will speak last. Let me say to you how pleased I am to be here this morning. But before I go into a brief presentation, I want to recognize, because I believe local leaders, they have a responsibility in leading and ensuring things are held accountable. I want all the local leaders of this community to stand up, and I want to recognize the representative of the Prime Minister's office, Pastor Liberty, to stand up, who's going to see him. And Chief. And I want the sit now. I want the new Ariel to stand. You must know the places because we're going to hold these places accountable to you. So, thank you very much. So, why are we here today? I made a commitment in my presentation in Parliament that not only will this government be going to every community, but we want to create a meaningful environment in which we'll bring our country together. It is my hope that today we will commence a process that will take time in building an example of a corridor of unity. And the villages have asked to be included in this first rollout of a corridor of unity and oneness are the villages of LUSIGNAN, Enterprise, Boxton, Enmore, Fowles, and Bowling Grove. These villages will be part of a pilot program that we are referring to as the corridor of unity and oneness. That oneness that will be stressed all across our country to ensure that we build a future that is sustainable. That we build a future that is sustainable sustained on unity, and we build a future that is sustained on respect for all. So we are launching today, you know, we have our Republic anniversary coming up. We are launching the first Republic Unity Cup. And we're starting with cricket. We'll move into football, volleyball. And why we start with the area of sports? Sports is the least contentious of anything. Sports has a distinct ability of bringing people together, pushing people to act as a team. Because if you don't act as a team in sport, you can never win in a team sport. And it brings community together. But in addition to working in this special Unity Cup, because I believe we have to be innovative, we have to think outside of the box in this project. You're not only going to play for a trophy or a cup, you're playing for a community too. Because under the minor works program of the Office of the President, the team that wins, and all the teams are winners. For the team that wins, we will be setting aside a special project for that community from which they come. So you're playing for your community. You're not playing for money for a team. You're playing for your community. And this is what we want to achieve as we commence this program of giving meaning to our message of oneness. What is the other link that we want to create? So, on the East Coast, our Attorney General has been doing an amazing job. I want you to put your hands together. His commitment every Saturday to look after the interests of people is something that is admirable. So what we will have in communities all across this country is the involvement of the region, local government, sports, the local MPs, and the local leaders. And we want to nourish and nurture new leaders too. That is why we want this sports club to become a venue of excellence. Not only excellence in the sporting discipline, but excellence in transforming the community, leading efforts to enhance literacy, leading efforts to help the vulnerable. So we will create a network to build a country, and to ensure all are involved, we have to create networks. And I think for too long, and I'm very frank when I speak, for too long, we believe that only a few persons who would write every day in the newspaper and believe for some reason they're a sophisticated example of, and the people who could bring this country to a stage have engaged in a lot of selfishness. So we want a model that is driven by a community, that is driven by local leaders. Unity does not mean only a set of names must come and meet the president at the table. Unity means every single person must transform their way of thinking and their way of approach to national life. And here is where I think we can get the greatest reward on Indian communities themselves. And I've urged all the ministers. We want in every community to get back to a point where we can have community stage, where we identify talent in poetry, talent in debating, things that binds community together, and put them on a community stage. Because there is this nexus between the community and the center that has been lost. We're losing a lot of time. We are losing a lot of time. So the pandemic has given us a serious blow. But as soon as this pandemic, we get ahead of this pandemic, you will see us going into different schools across the region, bringing them together on a debating stage. So we are starting today with this engagement with our sporting personnel and clubs. But very soon, we will be sending a team to work with the community leaders to identify strategic little projects. But projects that mean so much to the people that we want to work with communities directly on. So today is not about me coming here and bringing a political message. Today is about the commencement of acting upon what I committed to the nation in the National Assembly. Creating an environment that will enable us to achieve oneness. I can go on all morning and talk to you about our elaborate housing program, the transformation that will take place, because not only are we stopping at this 4-lane road here, but we're already engaged in negotiations to have the highway 40 extended, to create more roads and highways for you on the East Coast, opening up more lands, increasing the value. But that is one aspect of development. The entire country can do better. But if we don't change our thinking for the better, if we don't reorganize our approach to life, then we'll be doing the generation that comes after us a great injustice. Because we will be leaving them with the same problems that we are confronted with. And what legacy that leaves all of us here? If all we do is to pass on a problem from generation to generation. So this government has a specific mandate to tackle this issue of bringing our country together fundamentally, and we're doing so from the grassroots up. So today we're happy to be here, and I want to thank you for your presence. Of course, we don't leave any area without giving the audience an opportunity to engage with us. We will give you that opportunity. And in launching this special cup, we want to ensure that we have the necessary cricketing equipment, but we also have some football. So you have 2 sets of the cricketing gear equipment that is needed for you to succeed. And this will be handed over to the club also. But this is just to support you in this initial phase as we move towards strengthening communities through sports and cultural development. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. So, the President would like to hear from members of the community and also concerned with the sports group and so on. So, the floor is now open for the questions.
Thank you very much, Chair. For President, members, Minister of the Table, I'm well known to the group as a counselor. And very interesting thing, particularly active, that since the flood, in 2004-2005, the Block 8, Block 16 drum has been during the last until to this day. Residents and activities that can be verified sooner or later. You know, the resident is no government.
Which area?
Block CC, Block A, one
Tell
code.
the residents what to do as a council you're in.
Yes, we are there.
And what you will do to start the process.
We want to support. We support them. Right. We want support from you as the leader, jointly proposing, and it's already proposed several times. So in the initiative, the hierarchy, the resident will again appreciate that. Also, I want to branch out slightly. That not only spoke. I don't want to branch out slightly to the road, which I recorded 21 road that is submitted. And the names of the area wasn't anybody. So, with that, I ask you combination to be made, where the road is very clear to that area part. Block 8, Block CC, and Charlie C. Monaco. Thank you for listening. Thank you, sir.
I want to know what problem we have with this water pump, because it's about 3 months now, we ain't getting no kind of water in this place. So when we do get some water, this water coming green, brown, and when we don't have pressure, remember we are in a pandemic. Here in the transport in LUSIGNAN, right here in LUSIGNAN, we are facing a pandemic. And we need clean water to wash our hands. We have elderly people in this community.
All right.
We have babies. You wake up and itching on your skin with this water. President. I would love that if you guys could address that problem, please.
So, I don't know if you were the meeting here at GWI had. You weren't here when the CEO of GWI came. Well, that's the problem. You see, you have to be engaged with the development of the community too. Because he came to address that very issue. You know we have a problem where the expenditure in GWI ballooned, but the money was not spent on service improvement. For example, the staff grew by over 150%. So the well wasn't maintained. And they've started a program for well maintenance. But in doing so, they've recognized in this community too, you have long-term issues with the well itself. And at that meeting that he had with the community, he made it known to the community that part of the immediate program in this phase, which hopefully will commence very soon, is the establishment of a new well to meet the demand of the area also, right? And a site is already been identified.
Morning, sir. President and Commander.
Remember too, we have reduced the water rates by 5%. We took out the VAT, and now we've reduced water rates itself by 5%. Of course, pensioners get free subsidy. We have reinstituted that since we came back into government.
Good morning, sir. President and Commander of the Armed Forces, Ministers, Regional Executive Officer, members of the LUSIGNAN team, residents of LUSIGNAN, the media, morning. Before I get into a thank you, I would just want to say a few words. Sir, I know at the annual conference just 2 days ago, you mentioned that you need officers to be more active in community development. I am one such officer. I'm a captain in the Air Force, and I want to make a call for other professionals to be active in these
sporting activities, right? So doctors, nurses, teachers, and persons to be active within the community in sports. I want to thank you for coming here and for giving us these equipment and gear that will go a long way towards helping the youth and members of the community, right? The residents will be grateful for this equipment, and I know going forward, you mentioned that in order for us to get more development at this community, we need to win the competitions.
No, that's not the condition. You'll get a lot of development in the community. That is just separate.
Okay, let's separate
A special project.
to get the additional items or development. I assure you that we be one of the top team on the East Coast, we will get those items. And on request from, once the transport scrub, one request, we need a motorized roller for the pitch. And I know motorized roller to roll the pitch. If you can grant us that, thank you.
Sit down, when you finish, sit down.
Yeah, Mr. President, I would like to say something. This NDC of Ghana need a better facility in Ghana collective. Collective. 1 month, the garbage still there on the field. Like you said, they start over there, they get problem with the tractors and waters. 1 month now.
Okay.
And a special tractor I go and collect other people garbage there. Me know if you walking with them people or whosoever. When you ask him, he say get permission to go and pick up that garbage. Huh? I live at the back of the community center.
So over the light up on them day. They collect garbage at one place, at a shop, and they're collecting the one. All right. Good. So we have one of the major issues we are facing with NDC is the level of tax collection. You won't believe this, but for example, in this NDC, the level of collection is just 33%. So while that is the case, and we understand this is a pandemic and so on, we have to find ways in which we can support the continuing of services, right? So I'm going to ask the NDC to look at this. So it's a three-way problem. We have the pandemic, we have the collection of rates, which is an issue, and you would appreciate that. But we still have to find an innovative way in which we can resolve this. I know many NDCs, for example, in Region 3, many NDCs have outsourced the garbage collection to private operators. And that's an independent arrangement. I know, for example, the village from where I come in Nora, you have a weekly cost, I think, of $500 or something like that. They have that too? No, I know NDC don't know it. I'm talking about outsourcing. 20%. So maybe the community should get together too and decide whether you want this service outsourced and then work with the NDC also.
Okay, and I have another thing to say. When they were bringing in, since when the road were making it, right? They bringing in trucks and discharging there, right? A man pulled out about 4 the electrical poles there, right? Nobody come and look at call GPL how many times. We got a post leave, the GT&T post, then just come and hold the wire and the post is falling down.
Wait, GT&T or GPL?
No, GPL people come and hold the wire and the GT&T post. I never come back. I call like about 10 times for this month.
No, but it's who? GTNT or GTN?
No, the road walker there, right? What bit of walk the truck on the road, when bringing anything here, the stuff, and the dog at the back there. The man got on the thing high up, for long about 3 posts. GPL come and said, "I'm going to fix back the post."
Here, you guys look into this, right? Look into
Well,
this.
we'll call
Right now, the boy are falling down, right? And they send it.
What's here directly?
Right on back here. It's going to pull up my bush here. Good, thank you.
Our Chairman, Our Excellency, Ministers, Heads of Table, Comments and friends. Today I must say it's a great honor to have our President here, because it was so boring, it was so heartbroken when we won that election. That fight what it took before they give us our victory, it's more longer than the 5 years after we have seen here for me. I must say that I must congratulate our new president and ministers for the great work they have been doing and continue to do. That gives me the remembrance of the great Chet Jackson. He goes to the people just like how our young president goes to the people regarding the great cause. I must say that for that 5 months, one day never miss me, that I take my flower and go and pray to God to get our victory. And God will answer our prayer, and not me alone. There are hundreds of thousands, and thank you to every one of them who have done that. Our President, I just have one little problem to ask. I'm asking you to please, this guy was ran at Melanie, Bachelor's Adventure. For over 3 decades, we have been ripped off, and nobody tried to do something about it. And I'm begging you to please add that place, and what you'll find, it will be rather surprising. I thank each and every one of you, and I pray and ask for Heavenly Father and Mother to bless our President, bless every one of our ministers, bless every Guyanese, whether PPP, AFU, AFC, everyone, we are God's children. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I want to thank you and all the members of this community and all across Guyana for all that you did, all your prayers, your time, your work in securing democracy. We are truly grateful and honored, and the country is grateful and honored. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Good morning, everyone. I am very grateful to be given the privilege to make a proclamation in the presence of this president. I am here to see Mr. Ayin Nandala, but I'm fortunate to have the privilege to speak in the presence of the Excellency, Mr. IRFAAN. Now I have come from Bobby to deliver a letter to Mr. Ayin Nandala, DOT, and as the President is here, I would like to deliver this letter to myself. And I am very grateful. I am very grateful to be given the privilege to make a proclamation on behalf of the PPP Party for the Drive of Unity. This program to occupy the youth caused me to remember my grandmother used to tell me that the devil find work for idle hands. So on behalf of the youth, I will be saying thank you to the PDP government.
So this is sorry.
Yeah.
This is a fire.
Yeah, fire district. No, this is Monaco.
Monaco.
It destroyed a home, our home.
Destroy the home owned by children, son.
Yes,
Okay. Lawrence Kendall.
yes, sir.
Kathleen Lorraine. Kenny and Kevin Mohammed. These are all one family?
My son said, who was the
Okay.
So the issue set with the land?
just after the election
The
about
house was.
No, but there was an issue with the land, the house, yeah, that's it.
yes, that was around.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask AG, we'll follow up on this. Once there is no issues, I see you have a letter here from Mr. General. We'll definitely be looking into this, okay?
Thank you so much.
I have been renting over the past year. I have been living from this facility because the landlord has complained that my baby is making noise and she cannot be running and playing in the yard. I'm really in need of a piece of land. I don't know if you can assist me.
Did you apply?
Yes, I applied last year.
Okay, so one of the problems we have is for 5 years, the house, for 5 years, the housing program went
Nowhere. No new scheme was developed, not a single new house lot was created. Imagine that. And billions of dollars were spent. Nevertheless, you started an aggressive push in housing, create 50,000 new lots. Whilst we now are looking at 2009.
Minister College,
Yeah.
here 3 times in the schools.
Right. So we're 2009, 2010, but what we will do, what I can assure you we will do, for single parents like you, young professionals and so on, we have a special program we're developing. I'm going to ask the staff, Dwayne is there.
Suzanne Capital, she's right outside.
Okay, Minister Suzanne is out there. She will meet with you. Just see her, and then we'll move on.
And let her bring her in. Yes.
Mr. President, pleasant good morning to you, my friends. However, I'm from Annandale, and we're having a sports ground in Annandale Market, that we've been struggling to have up and running for decades. And there's a set of things that we need presently. Because we've been doing some personal spending and so on, fundraising and so on, trying to get things going. But that's not enough. Maybe you can have a body that's going to pay us a visit there and we're going to take it from there. And the confidence that I have in this present administration, if we can have that from now, with this program up and running, then I don't think we will ever be possible. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Anybody else? So we have?
So we'll take this last contribution, and then we'll move to Foxton, right?
Are you doing different areas? Good morning, sir. Morning to everyone. I'm pleasure to be the president of my president.
Yes,
I
to apply, automatically the system generates an acknowledgement. Okay, look, Minister Suzanne is here now too. So she would look at our issues, right? And this is the good thing when you have a lot of energy in the cabinet. You just bring issues in and they have some way of knowing that issues are raised in their life. But Suzanne, you know Minister Suzanne? So she's going to look at our issue here this morning, right here, okay?
Thank you.
So you would have heard or listened to the president listening. I'm trying to look after the issues of the people. We are now moving to the community of Buxton.